can't stop the funk. I can't stop it. I can't stop the funk. I can't stop it. I can't stop the funk. I can't stop it. I can't stop the funk. I can't stop it. Yo, it's your boy Kenji, man, and look here, Rick and Morty season 6 is here. Oh, the subscribers to the channel, you know I fuck with Rick and Morty, man. And you know we did y'all reacted to the last episode, or did I? Now I reviewed it, right? I reviewed it, so I gotta come back and review season 6. So in this episode, man, we return back where they left off. Rick and Morty are still at the place where all of Rick said and evil Morty and did all this shit. But they're saved by both the Beths. And when they arrive right back to the house, he tries to fix his portal gun. But when he tries to fix the portal gun, what it does, it resets the portal gun. Resets everybody who's from whoever used the portal gun to go to another dimension was sent back to their original dimension. And that was I said, man, that's a good idea, man. I don't know where you guys at the Rick and Morty writing room get these ideas from, but man, it's delicious. No homo. But so we all know that Rick and Morty are not from that dimension. Remember when they ended up turning all the people from first season, y'all know. They left and found another dimension where they blew up and they switched bodies, right? Because their whole world got caught up in that whole mutation thing that Rick had did. I forgot everything that happened with the love syndrome. No, when he was trying to make old girl love him, and the shit made him turn into mantises and then monsters. And remember they had left. They had left the rest of the family there, and so when Morty arrives, it's only his father that's left. Everybody else has died now. And, you know, him and his father are talking, and Morty realizes that this is the father that I always wanted. You are the brave father. And then when he leaves to go get something, his father ends up stealing all his shit and bouncing. And his father had to tell him, real talk, Morty, you ain't shit, bro. You left me, your sister, your mother here to die, basically, and went to another dimension. Now you trying to fix it, man? Get the fuck out of my face, right? But also, Jerry also isn't from that dimension. And some people are like, wow, you remember Jerry Rig? When they brung all the Jerrys to this, like, it was like a Jerry daycare system. And they took the Jerrys, but they didn't know which Jerry. They didn't make sure that the Jerry was their Jerry. And the Jerry actually belonged to someone else. And so we got to saw season 2 Jerry arrive back in his original home. And he's still an asshole. He hasn't changed. And so you see the progression of these characters. That's one thing you can see. And that's a thing. That's something that I feel like the writers should never underestimate, is that you need these characters to have progression. Don't have them be like Family Guy and American Dad. You know, all that. Them things, they still, you know, American Dad's still coming out. They got a new season. I said, what? Bruh, it's nothing but randomness. There's no progression. It's done. It's over with. Stop. I like American Dad. I love it. But man, it's time to stop. The only show I don't never want to stop, because it progresses and it's so different. It's South Park, baby. South Park ain't never gonna get old, y'all. Straight up. Never. It knows what it's doing. It figured it out. Family Guy ain't written by the same people. There ain't no love in that motherfucker. But let's back to the show. Now, Rick was not with his original, it wasn't in his original dimension, as well as in the last finale of the season, season 5, we found that out. And so he goes back to his original universe, where he, you know,
supposedly his wife and daughter got blown up and everything, right? And so at first I thought his wife was gonna be there because you hear her voice, but really it's an automated system that he has in the house, and it's always in another room, so he can have his wife hunt him, and his wife is always saying sarcastic shit like it's fucked up. It's like, why would you make that, Rick? And then he's like, oh, I forgot Rick's depressed. And so we also find out that the Rick that killed his wife is actually Morty's grandfather, the one he never got to meet. So I always thought about that. I said, if Rick is from another dimension, and the Morty and the Beth, well, let's stick with Morty. Where's Morty's grandfather? Right? Where's Morty's real grandfather? Morty's real grandfather is the one that went to Rick's dimension and killed his family. And this is what I'm talking about. We need to keep. This is, bruh, the writers of Rick and Morty must have seen all these people talking about this. I talked about it in my video where I was like, bro, you gotta have a story. You can't just go on adventures and randomness happening. Because a lot of times they'll just jump us into like they'll put us in a at the end of an adventure in the beginning of an episode. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I know you're trying to do something different, but I ain't fucking with that. I don't like you showing me the aftermath of something that seems so cool. The aftermath of this adventure seems better than the adventure we're about to have in this episode. Dog, stop that, bro. This is why you need to have some type of main story, some type of main villain, or some type of something to keep everything grounded and not just be all over the place. Because people are not gonna like it. That's why a lot of people said it was a fucking. They haven't fucked with Rick and Morty since season 2. Season 3, 4, and 5 just been a letdown. Really, I'm telling you. There's been some good ideas, but the longer you try to steer clear from what happened in the past of this show, because we know there's a storyline. We know these characters are progressing. There's background information. It's like, yo, go back to what you had did. It shouldn't have taken that long to get back to evil Morty just for him to leave. And evil Morty gone. He ain't never come back. The main villain, which everybody can say, the main villain was evil Morty, but he left. So now the main villain is the Rick that killed Rick's original family. It makes so much sense. But I ain't gonna get too much into it, man. I just wanted to give you what the most important slices of the show were. And like always, it was randomness going on, but I ain't gonna go into detail. Go check out season 6. It's out. They didn't really make too much of an announcement. They just dropped it, bro. So go check it out, man. Rick and Morty season 6, episode 1. Great episode. Great. I hope this season is the best season yet. Please, don't bullshit us, people. People at Rick and Morty, don't bullshit us. Give us the greatest season we can ever get. God damn it. I'm out. It's your boy Kenji. Subscribe, comment, like, share. Do all the dizzle. I'm out.